How's it going, everyone? I am Sean Moriarty, and this is the Two Irish Brothers Show. Now, first things first, you guys know the drill. Hit that subscribe tab in the bottom right-hand corner. Also, make sure to like or dislike the video for algorithm purposes, and hit that bell icon so you guys are always notified of when Ben and I release a new video or go live on here, so you don't want to miss out. So, with that said, a couple of breaking stories today here in the world of Notre Dame football. The first one, very unfortunate. Starting left tackle Charles Jagusah. It has been confirmed that he suffered a shoulder surgery or a shoulder injury, over the weekend. Just had surgery on it, and he will be out for the entire 2024 football season. That sucks. Now, listen, I think we're going to be fine on the offensive line. Just make a few small adjustments, like maybe move Wagner over, a couple other things, and we'll be good to go. But I'm not going to downplay this and say that it's not a loss. I mean, this is a big loss. Charles Jagusah, very talented offensive lineman. I've been rooting for him just alone on the fact that he's a local product here out of the Quad Cities. He went to high school at Rock Island, Auburn. But this kid is very talented, made some great strides in the Sun Bowl, and I was really looking forward to seeing him play this year. But unfortunately, it's going to have to wait till next year. So on the small chance that Charles might see this, Charles, just want to let you know that Ben and I are both praying for you. We're praying that you have a speedy recovery, and make sure you use this as fuel to come back even better and stronger next year. That's where the motivation comes from, man. So keep your head up. Things are only going to get better for you. But no, that sucks to lose him. Just, thankfully we do have plenty of talent and depth on that offensive line to where it's not a problem. But without Jagusah, a lot of these guys are going to have to step up. There's no question about that. I don't think you can just replace somebody like a Charles Jagusah. So, but that's just, that's the nature of the game. Injuries are going to happen, and well, they suck. That's all there is to it. They suck. Can't do anything about it. Just got to wish him the best of luck and that he comes back stronger and better than ever. So good luck, Charles. Now, the other story, and this, as far as I know, this has not happened officially yet. But based on many articles that I've seen, it sounds like our stud quarterback from the 2025 class, Deuce Knight, they're making it sound like that it's, quote, imminent that he's going to transfer to Auburn, that Auburn's going to be able to flip him away from us. Now, I've been looking at the comment sections on various different places all day long. Even had some asshole personally message me about this, someone that I've had issues with before, but I'm not even going to talk about that. But it's the same thing all over the place with the comments and what just ridiculous comments that some of our fans make, I tell you. Oh, well, Freeman's a fraud. Oh, he can't recruit. He can't do this. He's never going to win a national championship, blah, 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 blah. It is just amazing how panicky our fan base gets. And you know what? This, I'm not going to downplay either. I know that Deuce Knight is a very talented quarterback, and I would love nothing more than for him to be on the team. And, who knows? He still may stay. You never know. But from the reports that I'm hearing, that is not looking like the case. But I'll just say this. If we do lose him, yes, it sucks. No question about that. It sucks. It hurts the recruiting class and so on. I don't deny that. But, excuse me. But the thing is this. For starters, and I've been saying this numerous times, my prediction is, and has been for a while now, that what Marcus Freeman is doing by bringing in Riley Leonard, he is setting this up to be CJ Carr's team starting next year. And we should have CJ for at least a good 3 years. Well, the problem with that, as I pointed out before, is when you have a loaded quarterback room, and there's some good quarterbacks in there right now, and we'll just go with including Leonard in this. Riley Leonard, Stephen Jelly, Kenny Minchie, CJ Carr. Deuce Knight comes into that. Obviously, Riley would be gone by then, but that's a talented quarterback room and very loaded. So But the only unfortunate part about that is somebody's leaving. That's all there is to it. I mean, in this day and age of college football, I'm not saying it's right, not saying that it's wrong, but there are just some guys that don't want to wait. You know, there's guys that are going to want to get on the field sooner rather than later. And maybe that's what Marcus Freeman was hoping for, that, you know, it could be CJ's team. Then he would have Deuce Knight ready to go after that. I don't know. I can only speculate. But, you know, that's just, you know, everybody loses top guys. We're not the only ones. But what infuriates me the most is so many fans that are bickering about this and getting angry and pissed off and saying Notre Dame's doomed or they're never going to win a national championship with the guys because Marcus Freeman can't recruit. He can't haul in the big recruits, which is absolute bullshit. If anything, this right here shows the kind of recruiter that Marcus Freeman is. Being able to bring in all these guys and having a loaded quarterback room. I mean, myself personally, I think that's a good problem to have. But it's like I said, it's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beast. When you have an overloaded room, whatever position it may be, somebody's leaving. Somebody's transferring out. I know a lot of people don't like that, but it's just how it is. But it's so stupid to say that Marcus Freeman has done a piss poor job of recruiting. Look at all the people that he's brought in since he's been here in 2 years. I mean, the talent is overflowing right now, even with the guys that we have lost. I mean, I'm sorry, not even the top teams right now keep everybody. I'm pretty sure that Georgia, who's won the 2 of the last 3 national championships, they've had guys transfer out. Michigan has had guys transfer out. Alabama has had guys transfer out. But I think some of our fans are just very fair weathered. You know, listen, Marcus Freeman was not, if you were expecting Marcus Freeman to win a national championship, a guaranteed national championship in his first year or even his second year, you guys are insane. I mean, I'm not going to pretend that I'm a coach, but to all you doom and gloomers out there, the so-called realists, just so I could break that out again, you have to understand that it's a process. I'm not a coach, and I know it's a process. You have to build a team, and guess what? Building a team takes some time, so you have to have that patience. But no, all these people who are just crapping on Freeman, crapping on the team, saying that we're not going to win this or win that, this is never going to happen. Quite frankly, you're the type of people that we don't need in this fan base. And also, did it ever occur to you guys that maybe your negativity is something that is heard by these top recruits, and maybe that's a factor of why they don't want to come here or why they don't want to stay? Just a little food for thought right there. But the bottom line is this. If we lose Deuce Knight, it sucks. But guess what? The sun is going to rise in the morning. We have CJ Carr. We're going to be fine. So, yeah, just if Deuce Knight leaves, it is not the end of the world. And if all I can say is if that does happen and any of you can't give credit to the guys that we do have here that are committed to the program, if you're just going to call them a bunch of bums and not good enough to win or whatever the case may be, however you want to phrase it, then maybe you should think about switching teams. Because if you're a fan, there's a little something called loyalty. And I would invest that time in the guys that do want to be here. And if just because they don't fit your certain type or whatever the case may be, that's not an excuse to crap on the team. Myself personally, I think Marcus Freeman has done a tremendous job in the 2 years that he's been here. He's starting to put things together the way he wants it. And year 3, we'll get a chance to see it. And I'll say this, if it is kind of the same as the first 2 years, then okay, I'll start to question things a little bit. But as I've said before, a coach deserves at least 3 years, a 3-year grace period to get things going. And if it doesn't happen after that, well, then you take a different approach. But again, regardless, even if Deuce Knight stays or goes, doesn't matter. We're still in good shape. It's not the end of the world. So, but at the same time, I'm not going to say that it's that it doesn't suck. I mean, if he does leave, that is, it would suck for sure. But nothing that we can do about it. Just move on, do the best that we can. Because that's the thing. Teams are going to lose guys in recruiting. It happens. We're not the only ones that it happens to. And if he does leave, if he does flip to Auburn for whatever reason, whether it's playing time or money, which both are legitimate arguments, then that's his choice. Nothing we can do about it. I mean, just the fact that, Marcus Freeman is getting guys in here that maybe wouldn't even have given Notre Dame a second thought, that tells me something. And he's getting some of these guys to stay too and to stick around. So let's not overreact. Let's not get all butthurt about one guy. It's not like recruits have been dropping like flies. That's ridiculous. We still have one talented football team. So the way I see it, you're either all in or you're all out. No in between. So that's my thoughts on the subjects of today. Of course, I hope nothing but good comes out of this in the end for Charles Jagusah and with the Deuce Knight situation. So that's all I have for you guys. And on that note, I am Sean Moerity. This has been another edition of the Two Irish Brothers Show. And as Ben and I always say, every video or live stream, good night, God bless, and go Irish.